much of a clink with that one.
No, that's
with that
unsatisfying. I've been rocking these paper cups.
Paper cups. These PCs, dude.
These PCs over here.
Colin.
What's up?
Hi. How you doing, man?
What's up? Welcome to season 2, episode 10 there, Zach.
Two Guys and Coffee.
That's Two Guys and Coffee. Welcome to Two
TGC.
Guys and Coffee, ladies and gentlemen.
Host, Zach.
Colin.
You know us, hopefully by now.
Nice to see you again, or nice to meet you.
Both at the same time.
Yeah. He just totally got me, if you saw me laughing on the intro there, because he said to me, because I got a new watch.
Make sure the camera picks that thing up.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to miss, but
it's a nice unit.
Not a big deal.
Yep.
And it's turned into a meme basically between us.
I mean, you know,
because I've been doing this thing even like at home where we're driving with friends or family or whatever, and I go, and everyone goes quiet, and then I say, it's really not like that big of a deal, and then they're like, what? And I go, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like a crazy thing. It's not even that high end. And they're like, what? And I'm like, well, you guys are talking about the watch, right?
Yeah.
So I did that to Zach today. And
it's been an all-day thing,
during
dude.
the intro, I just had to give him that background. But now, during this intro, if you saw me laughing, it's because he said, you got the time on you? What did I look at? I'm that D-bag that looked at my phone.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, the guy with the watch checks
I'm not used to wearing watches. This is my second day.
Day 2.
Day 3.
Day 3.
Day 4.
What?
Day 5. Day 5. Yep. It was day 2 of wearing it near you.
So
that's why I said day 2, because this is the second day you've seen me and that we've been memeing about it.
You've never owned or wore a watch before this?
I have, but
I was going to say, this is watch 1.
Years.
25 years in.
Years, yeah. It's been years.
Are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You know, it's a rule what wrist you wear your watch on. There's a standard.
Why does that matter?
I don't know, but my grandfather taught me, and I have no reason to doubt.
Let me see your watch. Okay.
Non-dominant hand. That's a thing.
It's weird. But even if you're left-handed, it's still weird if you wear your watch in your right hand. It's like, grow up. Put it on your left hand.
Grow up. Just to all lefties in general, grow up.
Grow up.
Like,
put it in the other hand.
Like, come on. Be normal.
I remember.
Like, what's your problem?
Did you have to be corrected as a kid? Maybe you were too young to know, but my mom always told us that if she saw us.
If your mom saw you
trying to, write with her left hand, she would rip the pencil out of her hand, not rip it out, but she'd take it out of her hand, put it in her right hand, and say, that's how you do that.
I don't think with that, but I mean, sure, with other stuff. And literally, this is one of those examples. I was probably like 4. I was small. And I was wearing I think it might have been like my first watch. I was wearing it was a digital one. I remember being excited about it. And the first time my grandpa sees me, he's like, hey, you don't wear your watch on your right hand. You wear it on your left. He's kind of like a grizzly dude like that. It's his grandpa. And that was it. I remember I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, right there. I took it off. I put it on my left wrist and never looked back.
Ever since,
that's all it took, man. Like, that's valuable.
Yep.
Left wrist.
Criticism is good. Like you just said, this is totally side subject, but you said in his grizzly voice like that, he said that. Mm-hmm. That stuff sticks with you more than if someone said, hey, I think you're supposed to.
I can hear it clear as day. Like, it's such a bright memory in my head. It's crazy.
But everything being lefty is harder. But
dude, you ever eat next to a lefty?
Everything, dude, is worse.
Like,
sorry if you're a lefty, but everything.
If you have a lefty sitting on your right and you have to eat next to them, like at a restaurant, especially if you're like close quarters, like some CQB action, you're bumping elbows and clanking silverware and all that bullshit. Like you said, grow up.
Yeah. So like if we're doing, if like we're talking like this chick's a 10, but she's a lefty, dude. She's a 6 now.
She's now, so 6 is where you're.
No. 6. If she's a 10, she's a 9 now.
So you can deal with the lefty.
I don't say the lefty would bump it down much. What bumps it down a lot for you? If she's a 10, what's bumping it down for you?
Here's the deal, man. we were chatting about this a little bit and it piqued my interest. So I actually produced a little bit of a list because I'm not confident how many I can think of off the top of my head. So I thought we would just discuss a little bit.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yep.
That was a good one though that you just came up with. I didn't even think of that. Lefties. I think that's a 7 for me. She's a lefty.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're starting at 10s, all of these.
Yep, for sure. For example, she's a 10 but uses goggles in the pool.
Dude, I don't know. Andy just bought a really cool scuba diving mask.
That's not goggles, dude. I'm talking these.
Are they like bright pink too?
Bright pink, bright blue, lime green.
She's like an 8. She's an 8 now.
Like, dude, let's say you go to the Dells.
Oh, and she's seriously bringing these.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like,
you're around other friends too, and she's like, okay, yeah, sweet swimming. Oh my god.
Me, you, Andy, like some other friends go to the Dells. I'm just using Andy as an example.
Oh,
Andy's like, okay, cool, we're good to go. We can set up at a little table by the water park. And she reaches into the bag and pulls up the goggles. She's like, all right, guys. And puts on the goggles.
I just want to say how different she is. That wouldn't weird me out at all.
No.
But yeah, it's going down to an 8 if we're doing the thing.
If it's like, yeah. Just the goggles. Like, what are you preparing for?
Right.
Like, you want to talk about grow up? Grow up. Get the goggles out of here. If you're not an Olympic level athlete, I don't know if you need the goggles, man.
No.
I don't even know why they wear them. Maybe they should grow up. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe they should grow up, yep.
They're setting the bad example.
You guys are fakes.
So that one's stupid. Oh, this one kind of makes sense. She's a 10, but she asks you if you'd still love her if she was a worm. You get the vibe of that question? Where it doesn't necessarily have to be like, hey, would you love me if I was a worm? But they'll just bust out with a random question like that. That's totally just out of pocket.
Would you still love me if?
Yeah, if I was a torso, for example. Like, no extremities. Like just a extreme example.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
I don't know. What do you got for that one? I don't know how I feel about that. I can't relate because I haven't had a girl that does it.
I have.
Okay.
And if it's a frequent thing, like, dude, if we're talking, you get one of those a month with me.
I can picture you do it. I can totally picture after one, if it's like within a few weeks of each other, the next time she does it, I can totally picture you going, I wouldn't love you.
No,
like that.
I'd try to cut it off right there. So just like, shit, I'm never asking that again.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's like a 7. I could.
Or ruin it like really bad. So she's terrified to ask you. Like if she says, would you love me if I had just a torso? And you would be like, I can picture you saying this too. I wouldn't love you anymore if you even lost a finger.
Listen, you ruin a fingernail and we have something to talk about.
We're done.
Let alone lose your arms and legs. I don't know what that says about me that I would say that because obviously I'm kidding around.
I might still like you.
Yeah. We might have to like talk about it.
I'm saying you would say that like out of sarcasm because.
Yeah. I'm not serious, guys. Can
you imagine that though? That'd be brutal. Just a torso.
That'd be crazy. Awful.
So no head then. Just.
That's what that means.
Oh, gotcha.
She's a 10, but she cries on her birthday every single year. Do you know anyone that has done this?
That would no.
Or can you we just have to imagine this one.
I can picture that being just a really extra person that's emotional about everything, and I don't like that. So, yep.
Yeah, you're right.
That says a lot.
That's tough.
That means that person would be like a 3.
I agree because that's likely not the first instance of that you've seen. She probably cries about everything else too.
Yep. That's a big one. That one sounds small, but it's really big.
Also, around crying, there's an inverse relationship here. The prettier the girl, the uglier the cry face.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess I never.
That one's tested and approved, guys.
Yeah. I haven't cried in a long time, but like, I don't know when the last time I actually like cried.
Yeah, we're pretty tough. So
we're two men and coffee. I don't know when the last time I like cried was like bawled. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I have an ugly cry.
Dude. I think everyone does. That's why I said that. That's pretty much applicable to pretty much everybody.
Yeah. I think ugly cries.
Ain't nobody look good crying.
Right.
You're not supposed to. She's a 10, but it's because of inflation. I just had to sneak that one in there. I thought that was kind of that was all right. Don't know what that means. She's a 10 but goes to Starbucks every day.
I was gonna say this before, dude.
Starbucks?
Not just specifically Starbucks, but it just so happens that it normally ends up being Starbucks.
Always needs a drink.
I hate when girls say, "I can't do anything until I've had my coffee." That's not true at all.
When anyone says
it.
They'll even go as far as wearing those fucking shirts or like get a mug that says, "Don't talk to me unless I've had my coffee."
Yep.
Shut up.
Like you can do anything without the coffee.
Literally.
Oh, you mean you can't do anything until you've become more dehydrated than when you woke up?
Yeah. That's just, I hate that. I really do.
Unless you just really like coffee and you're like, no, I'm just.
It's just, you don't.
Or, one sec. I'm really going off.
You're good, man.
When someone's always grumpy in the morning.
Yeah.
Like,
I know some people like that.
Like disrespectfully grumpy. To the point where it shouldn't be my problem kind of thing.
Right.
And then they say it's because they didn't have the coffee. No. You don't get to do that. I don't care what you didn't have unless you have some serious condition. If it's coffee, no excuse.
Yeah. No, that's bullshit. And I hate it just as much as you do. Like, no, dude, that doesn't mean you can just be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, get over yourself.
That's kind of a problem. You're admitting you have a problem. That'd be like me saying, I'm sorry, I'm in a bad mood. I just haven't had any liquor in 8 hours.
I know, dude. I haven't had a shot in half an hour.
Yeah. What's the next one? What do you got?
Here's some guys.
I never said a guy was a 10, so I don't know how to do this. But I think we're gonna do a vibe check. Okay.
On these.
Got it.
He's a 10, but he's always late. I hate late people. So I might vibe with this one.
Yeah, punctuality annoys me. So I could see if I was a girl. Yeah.
He's a 3, but he tips well. That's fair. Dude, here's a big one. He's a 10, but he's rude to service staff.
Should I answer Andy's call on the podcast?
I wish you could call me so we could patch her in.
Oh.
Just have her call. Be like, hey, could you call me back on Zach's phone?
Should I?
Yeah, totally. We're going to take a live caller here, guys.
Hey, you're live on the podcast. Can you call me back on Zach's phone? Oh. Okay. All right, bye. Dude, the most disrespectful thing that you could ever do.
What?
Your boyfriend's filming his podcast. Your girlfriend calls you. Hey, call me back on Zach's phone so we can make a thing of this. Oh, sorry, I pocket dialed you.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
really?
That's what just happened, dude.
Come on.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to embarrass her sometime on here.
Can I call her and do the same thing?
No, she's probably busy.
She'll catch on to it. Shit.
We're going to get her back.
Totally, dudes.
Dude, when we do the one idea that we're going to do soon, like, on the thing, which is going to be sweet, by the way. So you'll see what we're talking about.
Yep, totally. Even sweeter than it would have been originally.
We should push her.
Yeah.
On the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We should commit a dangerous act against her.
All right, let's cut it off there.
No, you'll see. Cut it off. I'm just getting started. You'll see. It'll be funny. If we could do that, it'd be really funny.
Here's the deal. Don't be rude to service staff. Yeah. Unless they're an asshole to you.
Right.
Then it's fair game. Then it's open season. You can just tee off on that asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Which I've done. Like, you're gonna you're gonna open that door with me?
Well, welcome.
Got it.
Yeah. I had that happen once. I was actually on a date once at Perkins.
A date.
And
at Perkins? That a boy?
Yeah.
It's like after high school.
I forget what the topic was. No, this was like 3 years ago. And what was it? Dude, I forgot what it was. But it was I said something back, and then the girl said, "Oh, we're not going to do that." And I said, "Oh, we're going to do that." And now I'm not going to do anything with you either.
This is actually all over.
Yeah, now you guys are all
yeah, you're all screwed. I got to handle this.
Yep.
That's good. Yeah. You kick that door open, I am more than willing to play ball. But don't initiate is the point. He's a 10 but acts entitled. Yeah, I think that's a given, right? I mean, just for humanity in general, like especially people who are outwardly.
Say it again.
He's a 10 but acts entitled.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so stupid. She's a 10, but she poops in public restrooms. That I think that stays at a 10.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. No, I'm good. Here's the deal.
Some people really don't like doing that.
Where are these standards at? He's a 6, but he has a car and can drive. So that's where the bar is? Like,
I know.
well, you have a car, so.
Wow.
That's what the standard is nowadays?
You're really setting yourself up.
Come on, that can't be real. Girls, sound off in the comments. I know a bunch of you watch the show.
Yeah.
Right?
I know the demographic is probably 75%
Women.
women.
He's a 10 but has no sense of humor. Imagine a more boring scenario. How can you... I can't handle that.
No sense of humor.
Right.
I don't like when people don't get sarcasm.
That's true.
Because it's like, especially if I don't know you, I'm going to be obviously sarcastic.
Yeah.
If it's like my family, I admit, like my parents, my mom, I think sometimes she's kind of funny with like, if I say something really sarcastic, she'll like answer serious so that I'm trolling and it's funny. So sometimes I'll like, if she's cutting my hair or something, because mom does hair. Right?
Yeah.
She'll be cutting my hair. Just threw that in. She'll be cutting my hair or something and I'll say something really sarcastic. And if I'm in a trolly mood, to get her to
Trolley-poly-oly.
Yeah, because it's funny and I'm innocently frustrating someone to get comic relief
It's your
for
thing.
myself.
I do it too.
Yeah, but not her as an example. That's funny. But if I'm gonna do it with a stranger, I'm gonna do it obvious so that they can clearly pick up on it. But if they take offense to it, I'm like, you are not the type of person I can hang out with because I would do it too much.
It's a great vibe check icebreaker scenario. Like if I'm getting to know somebody, there was a time where I would hold back from just engaging. Like I would talk to you or somebody else just because you're kind of testing the waters.
Yeah.
I totally threw that out the window where I'll just talk to somebody like I talk to you or somebody else because that's who I am. And same thing you just said. If they just can't hang, cool.
It's not gonna work out. It's
not
not you.
happen.
It's not me. It's you.
Yeah. It's actually it's you totally. I'm out.
Yeah, it's not me. That's a good line. I want to see that used in a movie. It's not me. It's you.
God, I don't. It's you. It's all you. It's tough.
Wait, I had something to piggyback off that. Oh, like Icebreaker, like my favorite. Hey man, what's your problem?
Dude, I'm glad I saw you use that today. Alternative icebreakers. Yeah, that's something we were chit-chatting about. Instead of the, hey, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's your problem?
What's your problem, man? What's up? I just follow up with like what's going on? What's your problem, man? What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad every time I've done it, you've typically like laughed, at least so that they're like, oh, it was a joke.
Right.
Otherwise, I would have been looking
if you just say that in the vacuum, like in a vacuum, someone you don't really talk to around here, like say in the kitchen in the morning, hey, what's your problem? Last one, I think we can close this out. This one I have a problem with because he's a 9, but he's terrified of bugs. So at least you still get a 9. But dude, bugs? If you're not at least apprehensive around some bugs, because some bugs are scary.
Okay, so we are on the same page here because
some of them are scary.
If Andy watches this, she's going to laugh so hard because she makes fun of me.
Andy's an anomaly.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She would laugh at this.
Yeah.
Because
she's having a great time right now.
I told you the story about when we woke up. We stayed overnight on the boat and she woke up and
spider?
let a spider this big.
Size of a tennis ball.
She goes, ooh, a spider, and let it climb up her leg. And I'm like,
dude.
You relation to Ed Gein?
Buffalo Bill?
Yeah, because you're showing signs.
Yeah, I'm concerned.
No, but I'm not like that. Dude, I like grasshopper. Sure, I don't want you flying and sticking all over me. A fly, what? I don't care. mosquitoes just don't bite me, but I'm not like grossed out. The only thing that grosses
I
me
hate
out,
June bugs. Those are gross.
yeah, anything that like crawls on you or like smacks you or like,
And they're big.
yeah,
Not cool.
whatever. Just I don't care about insects. Just don't
Yeah, insects.
do stuff to me.
Like if
I
I'm
don't know.
sitting on the patio and like a grasshopper like lands on my knee or something real quick,
good.
I'm like, oh, I might like brush them off a little bit, but I'm not
Yeah.
screaming about it.
Right,
You know
all
what I
good.
mean? But if the problem with that is a June bug goes right for your face
Right.
every time.
Like there's
You're targeted.
odds that it's going in your mouth. And if one goes
Good
in my
odds.
mouth,
I'm losing it.
yeah.
That's it for me.
Yeah.
Checking out right there. That's where it ends.
Have you ever had that happen?
Not a June bug, dude, but a wasp.
Really?
Yes.
How did that go? Did you get stung?
Yeah, a lot. It was awful, actually.
Wow, that's horrible, dude.
I was a kid. It was in my mom's soda. I was like, hey, can I just have a drink of that? And she didn't know, obviously. What if she did know?
That'd be great.
Like, yeah, why don't you take
Sitting
a drink
here
of
just
that?
laughing at this podcast.
Mom, we need to talk about this. Anyway, I was did the thing, took a drink, and I was a kid and I was an idiot. So now, anytime you take a drink, if some sort of object comes with the liquid, you're immediately spitting it out because there's not supposed to be an object in the liquid.
Oh, right.
But since I was a kid, I was like, oh, what's that? And I like tongued it a little bit. And then I realized it was moving. I was like, oh God. And I spit it out and it was a wasp,
And
dude.
it had stung you already?
Totally. Dude, my lip and everything just swelled to like super big. I'll never forget that. But how stupid was I? Like, oh, what's that? I'm going to,
Interesting.
weird.
I'm just picturing, you said idiot kid. I'm just picturing
All kids.
like a movie just going. That's all kids drink soda in a movie.
Yeah, but they hold it like this,
Yeah.
you know, like.
Kids are really stupid, aren't they? You said something hilarious about kids today. You said
Sunscreen?
the sunscreen thing.
That's right.
Can we revisit that
Real quick.
Because real quick. Because you said, "Hey, you went around the table. There's 4 of us, including you."
Mm-hmm.
You said, "What does the smell of sunscreen remind you of?" I
Yeah.
said boating. A couple people said beaches. You said,
Yeah, it was just like, hey, I say sunscreen. What do you think of? And like you said there, I said, I'm paraphrasing a little bit because I kind of black out when I talk sometimes.
"Get that checked out."
Just shitty kids at the water park, just causing a scene, whining, all sticky from their SpongeBob ice cream, and
That part's the best.
just
'Cause they got it and they have it on their mouth.
it's all over
All
them,
over their mouth
dude.
and their chin. Their chin is like red. And they have too much. Mom put way too much sunscreen on.
Dude,
Every
if you
time.
grabbed onto them, they'd. You know what I mean?
You squeeze them, they're either going down or up.
Yeah, you're not getting them. So you got slippery, shitty kids covered in ice cream and sunscreen.
Just whiny.
I just hate water parks in general. That's where it took me.
I see.
I hate them.
I love water parks,
It's gross. I think
but
it's
that
gross.
part is hilarious.
Yeah, but that's what sunscreen. I smell that and it's immediately like, where's the kids?
Yeah, you're 100% on with that.
Like, get me out of here. Oh God. Yeah, not trying to rant, but kids, man. Not now. Not now. Can I vent about one other thing?
Yeah.
Or just really quick. I can't remember if I told you about this or somebody else. Dude, I was on my way to work, and there's actually 2 things here I want to get out in the open because I'm carrying this shit with me and it's pissing me off. I'm on my way to work. It's just a straight shot, as you know, where I live to where we're at here. 1 roundabout, right? I exit the roundabout. There's an older gentleman. I don't know if age typically has something to do with this. He's got his hazards on,
Or senile.
right? He has his hazards on. He's out of his vehicle. The vehicle's parked in the road, dude. Not off to the side. It's just, hey, I stopped here, threw it in park.
Like he was off a little bit,
Yeah, I mean, maybe, he might have been,
which is worse because that means that he tried.
he tried. He might have been 6 to 8 inches
Okay.
right tire, white line. So barely, right? He might have thought, oh, this was good. So he tried, whatever. He's out of his vehicle. He's got the rear hatch open. His dog's in there. He's getting his dog out. He's got like a leash and everything. And I watched in my rear view for a little bit. I slowed down, obviously, to get around him. I had to go in the other lane. And I'm watching my rear view. He shuts the hatch and he has his dog hooked up. And all I saw was him start to exit the area. So he left his vehicle there
Right. And there's no issue.
in the road. So dude, one thing, putting your hazards on doesn't mean you can do whatever the fuck you want
Right.
in a vehicle. You can't just, it's not just free reign. 2, do bad drivers know that they're bad drivers?
Yeah.
Are they aware of that, do you think?
2 things. First thing, I typically see that when someone's hauling something obnoxious. Like they
Yeah.
have a 2001 Grand Caravan and they're like, I am going to pull
Like a horse trailer.
this horse trailer.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull this 4-place enclosed snowmobile trailer with 6 snowmobiles in it.
Exactly.
And they have their hazards
It's
on.
like a gooseneck.
Like, yeah, guys, I know this is completely dangerous and could unhook and could break off the car anytime and
And the van's like,
and kill you, but I got the hazards on.
exactly.
So this is your problem.
Exactly.
And the second part is, I don't think so. I don't think they know.
So,
Because you ever see the dumb look on the people's faces? Dude, people look so stupid.
real quick, to close the first one, just as a disclaimer, officially from TGC, this is our official statement.
Okay.
Okay. Hazards are not a switch to, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Ignorance.
Yeah.
Meaning it's not just an, okay, do whatever. Like you said, it doesn't, oh, my hazards are on. You know
Like
what I'm saying? Like a
the-
hands up.
Like the ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Saying hazards aren't roped into that.
Like, dude, that horse trailer unhooks from that 2001 Saturn SL2 with the hitch on it.
Yeah.
And the person's like, hey, I had
the
my
hazard.
hazards on, guys.
This is your problem.
Yeah.
You deal with it.
That doesn't work that way. So don't be that person. 2, I am on the fence. This actually I started to peel this onion and it went further than I thought. So I'm going to save you all of that. But where I landed was it's either A, they are not aware, like you were saying, and they have no idea why everyone's mad around them every time they drive. They just have no clue what's going on. 2, still under column A, they do know, which is kind of odd. They know for some reason, but they don't care. Option B is, am I the problem? Like, am I just, is there something, is it me? And like when I pass the person that I'm like, you are the worst driver I've ever seen in my life, and I give them the look you just said was like, do they look as stupid as they drive? They're also thinking, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
you know what? If they are going, if it's 5 p.m, and everyone's out of work and everyone's trying to get home and it's a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit and they're going 29 or 30,
Yeah. I'm already working.
you're in the right. It's in
That's
my
fair.
opinion. If you're like going around them, you're in the right. And how many times have you passed someone that's doing that, like going the speed limit?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, let's go 5 over,
Yeah.
or let's go the speed limit at least. How many times have you passed that person and they flip you off?
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Dude,
or they're doing like
blood pressure.
Oh my God.
It's boiling.
Or they're doing like 25 and a 35 or even 25 and a 30. Like there was one scenario, I was going home, same situation, 25 and a 30. And then they slow down 250 yards before the roundabout.
Yeah.
So by the time they hit it, they're doing 3 miles an hour. And then they wait, they throw their blinker on because they don't know how a roundabout works.
Yeah.
And then they do 1 to 3 miles an hour through the roundabout. They had the ass to essentially do what you just said, where they didn't flip me off, but they slowed down more,
Oh, nice.
like out of spite.
They're like, I'm going to get you.
Dude, I wanted to just, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? How do you not see that you're in the wrong?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And also when people freak out in traffic, it's like, like when they freak out on you and you didn't do anything wrong, like
Yeah.
you didn't make any gestures or anything, and they flip you off or something. I've always wondered, I'm not, but how do you know I'm not a psychopath?
True.
Like, how do you know I'm
Yep.
not going to run you off the road right now?
Right.
Like my last truck was a bigger truck. Crotch rocket did that right next to me on 41. I'm like, dude, how do you know I'm not a I could
Just,
you're done
it.
if
Yeah.
I decide to right now because
Yeah.
you just decided to make that gesture.
that's why
It blows my mind.
so much of this, or not so much of it, all of it stays internal. I don't like it stops in the truck. Like I have these thoughts, I'm pissed, I'm like so confused. I'm not taking it to the person usually.
Because we're sane.
Right. It takes a hell of a lot for me to actually go out of my way to say anything to anyone really ever. I'm always default move is get out, detach, don't engage.
Unless they're like putting you and others in danger. Then
because just like what you said, I have no idea who this person is. I don't know anything about them.
Right.
I'm just going to get home. I'm going to forget about it in 15 minutes, whatever. Right. But a lot of people don't have that moment of like internal monologue.
No.
And they just act and then they end up in weird situations. I'm glad I'm not alone on this stuff.
Yeah.
Are
we about ready to wrap up here?
You know what? To spare the risk of going down a huge rabbit hole that I don't think the viewers are going to be super thrilled about. This feels good. This is more of a, what do I want to call this? This is more of like a tactical episode where we're just kind of getting in, getting dirty, getting out.
You know what? Also, I feel like there's so much that I left out and I'm saving it.
That's also true. Yeah.
And that idea that we're having, that is probably going to be in the next like couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that, and we'll do like an extendo version that time.
That one would be like the big chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. I'm tracking.
So stay tuned. But otherwise, as always, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. We're here because we're having fun.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
Totally.
But it wouldn't be as fun without the support. So thank you.
I told one of our followers today, hey, we're still just doing this for me and Colin because we just enjoy it. We like hanging out, talking to each other, whatever. But that said, couldn't be more thankful for the support and people who'll just say, like if someone just says, hey man, I love that last episode. I forget that like people watch this.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Because someone could ask, well, why don't you just do it like without filming it then? Because it's not the same.
It's totally
not the same.
Totally
it's like Alex said when he was on here, he's like, this is great because how often do you just talk like this?
So good.
You don't, because if we not bantered, but if we talked about funny things like this, situations and whatnot, without this setup, it would just feel negative, like we're just complaining. Yeah. But not. It's we're vibing and we're having fun with it. So
appreciate all you fine folks. Thank you for tuning in to season 2, episode 10. Like, share, subscribe. Right? If you enjoyed it, I'm not trying to plug that, but really,
don't be a loser. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, don't be one of those assholes that just doesn't. Right?
Yep.
But yeah, guys, we'll catch you in the next one.
Later.
Bye bye.